Hello, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's newest psychic reading. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. Thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Today, we're going to be doing a reading on viruses in 2023, what we can look forward to. And we may also touch on the C0VID virus 19 one. All right. So thank you all for being here. Sit back, relax. Thank you for listening and watching. And if you would like a personal reading from me, I am available for personal readings, and I would love to read for you. You can text me at 703-791-9162. I am available for readings that way, particularly if you would like a phone reading. Of course, anything else will be ignored. It's for that phone number is for readings only. You can also email me at lamarr.townsend@gmail.com. And of course, visit my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, to book a reading with me as well. That's probably the best way to reach me, to be honest, is via my website. This is my website, so once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. lamarrtownsendtarot.com. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. You can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook as well. And if you would like a reading, go right to the store section of my website. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. I do offer a wider range of services and products. I do offer email readings, phone readings, video recorded readings where you send your questions via email, and then I record myself on my own time, answering your questions, of course, via psychic tarot, anything else. And then I email you your reading within typically 1 to 3 days or less, depending on how busy I am. If I'm busy, it may be a bit longer. I do also offer candles. I also offer birth chart readings, individual birth chart readings, as well as compatibility birth chart readings. I also offer candles, past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I also offer mediumship readings if you want to connect directly to the spiritual realm, which are channeling readings as well, and many more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, I also offer classes, tarot classes, astrology classes, and so much more. So definitely, once again, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. With that being said, let's get into this reading on viruses in 2023 and what we can expect moving forward. So I do have my cards here, which we'll get into a bit later, alright, in the reading. But let's go ahead and channel the energy, do a mediumship reading, and cleanse the energy. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and clearing the energy of this space. Thank you for opening up the channel so that I can connect with what viruses we can expect to look forward to in the year 2023. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions, as well as the energy, thoughts, minds, and emotions of those watching this video. Thank you for protecting my space. Amen, amen, amen. Perfect. Let's get into it. Spirit, what can you tell us about the future of the viruses and sickness in the C0VID-19 in the year 2023? The first thing I hear is monkeypox. That's what I hear. And then I see a doctor. It looks like checking a kid's ears and eyeballs, which is weird because it looks like this kid has like redness in their eyes, but it could be, it feels like something that's spread into their eyes. The way I'm seeing it, it's like something has literally kind of like maybe originated somewhere else, but somehow, some way it's spreading into the eye. I feel like this could deal with possibly the sinuses. Although I do wonder why specifically a child. I'm seeing a child being like looked, eyes and ears being checked at. So it's possible whatever this is. I'm not sure if this is associated with monkeypox because then I heard monkeypox. So I'm not sure if maybe symptoms similar to monkeypox could. This is all alleged, by the way, for YouTube entertainment purposes. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I am just a psychic, tarot reader, an astrologer, and energy channeler, by the way. All right. Um, I feel like there's something with children or kids. Like, I don't know why I keep seeing four, so it could be four and below, four and up, where there's like maybe something that could show up within that age group that like has symptoms similar to the monkey virus or whatever we want to call it, monkeypox, but it's like um it could be something else because I keep seeing the eyes and the ears and maybe the throat. um I feel like this deals with like children congregating in areas together, so this could be, what is it called when they like daycare. This could be like kindergarten classrooms, like where there's a lot of like, and I keep seeing like I don't, it's like four and up or four and below. It might be like possibly maybe four and below, or it could be four and up. But I feel like these are young kids, so they look like they could be anywhere from like maybe six and below, eight and below. I'm not sure, but it could be something like that, where there needs to be routines, and I'm sure there's certain classrooms doing this, but it's like I'm sure there are already certain routines in place, but I don't know, since like things have gotten a little bit more lax and more open, things are opening up more, now that the COVID, 19, and things of that nature have died, down a bit more, the propaganda of it all, right? But there's something where like there has been a real like a major adjustments. This is how I'm seeing it. There have been major adjustments within people's, I don't know if I want to say body chemistry or body, maybe body chemistry, body reactions. Like I'm seeing an X-ray or something like that. Like I'm seeing the rib cages, the rib bones. Like there's been particularly people who have been sick. I want to say over the past 2 or 3 years, because when did the virus COVID start? COVID started, if I remember correctly, around the end of like 2019, 2020. If you've been sick maybe in the last 3 years or have gotten, you know, COVID or something like that, then there's something where like, or even just like, even if you haven't gotten sick, there's something where you've had to take certain precautions and measures, to not, get sick or to maintain, good health. But there's something about when you get sick, and when you get sick from such a nearly devastating virus or sickness, it takes longer for the body to recover. It takes longer for the body to recover than we think. So the way Spirit is showing me is it takes longer for the body to recover from something like COVID, the virus, or something like that, or even maybe influenza, a bad case of influenza. It takes longer for the body to recover than one thinks, is what I'm seeing. It's like, yeah, you may feel better, after getting, a bad flu or a bad case of the sickness or virus. You may feel better, after, doing whatever remedy works for you, after you may feel better after, a week or two, or maybe even three, depending on how severe of a case of sickness it is. But even once you feel better and you're able to actually get out of the bed or walk out of the house and like feel normal or somewhat normal, your body is still recovering from that sickness or that illness like 6 weeks, 6 months later. And as adults, our bodies are obviously fully formed. depending on your age as an adult, like, your body has gone through certain adjustments, and things that, and functions and a wider range of sicknesses and this and that, stomach flus and whatever, that it knows how to react to certain things. It's like, oh, this is a familiar reaction or a familiar sickness. Let's do what we did last time. This is like your body speaking when you get sick to recover more quickly or more efficiently. But there's something where when people get better and like weeks later, or days later after a sickness, it's like they immediately, and this kind of works for adults, especially typically who are in their prime, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, depending on how healthy you are then. But even once you get past 50 or 60, your body doesn't recover as quickly from certain sicknesses or illnesses or virus, and someone who's in the comment section. I have many, wider range of audience members, watchers of my content, of all ages, from young kids. I've gotten some DMs of kids literally watching me, on the TV screens, which I always find so funny. But all the way to like, people who are mature in age, right? We'll say. And clients as well, from not children. I don't read children necessarily, unless it's maybe like a birth chart reading, which I've done a few times, but a psychic reading is, there's a cutoff limit to that when it comes to too young, but there's a wider range of older people as well that I read for and things of that nature. So, no, it's interesting once again when you're a kid too, technically the body can recover more quickly as well. But once again, like in terms of you getting sick, you being bedridden for how many days, and then after so much, time, the sickness fades away, and then you're better and back to normal. But when you get older, it's like that recovery time, it becomes really important for, and this is what I want to get to. I feel like, never, all right, I feel like I'm rambling, but I feel like, or I'm not rambling, but I feel like I'm jumbled thoughts, but I'm trying to tie everything in together. That recovery time lasts longer than we think when we get sick, and is and therefore is of the most importance for us to use that time to really get our body back to normal health and our immune system back to normal health, and to also ensure we don't get sick again. That's also why some people continue to get sick, because it's like, you get sick, I don't know, you get some orange juice, you go get some of those tablets, that cough syrup, you do that for a few days, you're good. But once again, like, your body needs more than that to sustain healthy functions, to sustain a healthy immune system. And that's where we as humans fall short, and especially with the children or the kids. Because there's something where, like, with kids, it may be difficult to get them to take medicine or to get on some sort of routine as it is. But, oh my God, and this is how I'm seeing it. All right, Spirit. One thing at a time, all right? All right. With kids, first of all, with all human beings, it's important for us to, when we get sick and when we are bedridden or whatever it is, but a few days, a few weeks after, it's like we're fine. We need to continue to make sure we take our medicine, take our supplements, eat healthy nutrition so our body can fully recover from that sickness. Just because you feel better and you can get out of bed and go to work and go to school and do normal things doesn't mean you're actually better necessarily, all right? Fully. At optimum level, all right? You got to think that thing took you out for a couple days, a couple weeks. You think you're just automatically, your body's, in tip-top shape. No. For days or weeks after, you may still feel some lingering symptoms, such you may be tired. You may not have as much endurance, even though you feel better and you're moving and doing normal things. You may not have as much endurance as you usually do. You may have fatigue. You may have certain allergies from the sickness. Like those symptoms, you wanna that's when once again that recovery process comes in the most. And I'm seeing something like that with the kids, like that. This whole thing plays a part with kids, and the fact that their immune systems are new to this world, this earth. I guess especially between, at the ages of 8 and under, I guess, because I kept seeing that time frame or that age gap. to where it's like, yes, they need to be exposed to certain things so that their immune system, they can build their immune system. But at the same time, when we're dealing with infection and the possibility of infection and reinfection, that recovery rate, when we really care for ourselves and make sure we're getting our immune systems in tip top shapes by taking vitamins, even if you have to take the gummies or taking supplements, by drinking, hydrating ourselves properly, making sure we're getting proper nutrition, especially for kids, that mitigates or like severely decreases. Once again, I'm not a medical professional, maybe a medical medium to some degree, all right? Not a medical professional, two different things, all right? Um, so this is all alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes, for legal purposes, blah, 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 blah. Well, for legal purposes, I have to say that. But that recovery time is important to prevent reinfection of our bodies of sickness again, and to ensure that our body recovers fully. Because I don't know why I keep seeing 6 weeks, like a 6 period. Like the number 6 keeps showing up in that recovery time. Now, for like a short sickness, maybe it's like you need that 6 day recovery time of like, even though you feel better, still take your supplements, still do this, still do that, still take it easy. But some sicknesses, when they wipe you out for a long time, you have like a 6 week or a 6 month recovery period after you feel better of still needing to make sure that you're like feeding your immune system and your body healthy, nutritious things to build it up and get it to tip top shape. Otherwise, there's a possibility you could get sick again or reinfected with something. So I think that's going to potentially be a big thing in 2023. We're feeling better, we're looking good and feeling fine. Looking good and feeling fine. Looking good and feeling fine. Slay. Slay. If you know that song, hit the like button. It's by Lady Gaga. But we're all out looking good and feeling fine. Maybe some of us got the sniffles like we do, like I do now, allergies. But even I'm working on that. I'm taking certain supplements, and things like that. Noticing that my allergies are getting better. But once again, it's like that, and it used to be way worse. But I think I'm in that recovery period. I think I have a long recovery period. But anyways, so thank you, Spirit, for this reading, because I needed this reading too, apparently. But I think that's going to be a big thing in 2023, especially for those of us who got sick. Whether you got sick with the virus, COVID, monkeypox, whatever it is. If you got sick and you got sick badly over these past 3 years, you may be suffering to some degree from like a needed recovery period. Like, just because you're better doesn't mean your body's fully better. You know? And I keep saying allergies, so I'm wondering if that ties up play into allergies, which to me it would make sense, because allergies does deal with the immune system to some degree. When you have a healthy immune system, when you have a healthier immune system, your body is better able off to fight allergies, to some degree. The allergies make you less miserable and things of that nature. And maybe that's why I don't feel so miserable now that I'm thinking about it. But 2023 is really about 2023 is really about like maintaining a healthy immune system. And I feel like you're going to notice a lot of people talking about this in 2023, like doing things to maintain a healthy immune system to either make sure they don't get sick, or when they get sick, it's a shorter recovery time. But I think it comes like into play like a lifestyle. Like, that's how you either don't get sick, or when you do get sick, it's not that bad because you literally have a healthy immune system. I mean, we could go back 3 years, when I first started doing COVID videos, when it first started happening, and I've been talked about this, so um, I definitely feel like there could be something with, it's interesting, I feel like there could be something with food. I don't know why I'm particularly seeing bread. Like maybe moldy bread, so I don't know if that's like a metaphor, or if this bread literally molds and causes potential sickness, or if there's some sort of ingredient in it that causes molding. But I'm also seeing fish. I feel like I'm seeing salmon. So I feel like it's possible as well in 2023. It like there could be a lot of stomach issues, or there could be a lot of stomach viruses allegedly out there. I feel like a lot of this deals with improper cooking of food. That's like particularly at restaurants. So if you, I want to say if you're getting fish or any sort of meat, especially fish and chicken, you want to be mindful of like just making sure everything is thoroughly cooked. Now, of course, there's raw, fish you can eat and things like that. I'm not into that, but you do you as well. All right. Then I hear the word parasites. So yeah, definitely be careful. I feel like with fish, like I keep seeing salmon and shrimp in 2023, particularly undercooked or raw. All right, and like something dealing with where it's sourced as well. Um, and I hear Alaska. I hear Alaskan shore. Now I'm a big fish eater, and I noticed that a lot of the fish I buy from the Spanish market up the street, um, like the thing will say Alaskan wild caught this, so maybe I need to start paying more attention to that. Um, I hear wash your hands, particularly when you come inside. Like there's things we should still be doing, even though we all feel better. It's like we should like let's not stop, washing our hands. Let's not stop, taking our supplements. Like, it's like that's what got us into the situation we got into in the first place. Um, but I keep seeing like food, like improper handling of food and things of this nature could be a big theme in terms of potential like sickness in 2023 that people need to be mindful of. So once again, if you're cooking, make sure you're properly, handling your food and things of this nature. I don't know why I feel like this also could potentially deal with a new crop of chefs out in the world. So I don't know if like certain generations of chefs are quitting or have quit, maybe due to the pandemic or something like that. And there's a new generation coming in. Like I don't know why I literally see a chef frantic because it's like I've never had to cook for this many people at once, kind of thing. And that's what I feel like it could be too. Like I feel like more people are going out this year and going to restaurants and things like that. So just watch out for that. Um, and remember, even though you feel better, like you still want to make sure that you're, if God forbid you get the stomach flu, where's some wood in here? I need to go knock on some wood real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Is this real wood? Let me see. I don't think that's real wood. Let me go find some real wood real quick, you guys. Oh wait, no, my chair has wood on it. Duh. Okay. Sorry. I forgot that my chair has wood on it. So, all right. Um, but just to be careful, let me go knock on that wood thing over there. Hold on. All right. Three is a charm, right? That's what they say. Okay. Ooh, child, because food poisoning is the worst. But but that's what I was saying. Thank you, Spirit. Like if that does happen to you this year, remember, like take your rest days, but make sure like you're still doing things, feeding your gut healthy, flora, healthy, bacterias and things like that, maintaining your stomach acid and things like that. To ensure that like you recover full top, 100%. You know, because it's that moment, those times where our body doesn't fully recover 100%. We feel better, but really, our bodies are still, fighting off certain blood cells that are, that somehow like was able to, stick within the body during recovery, and now it's trying to replicate, and your body's like, oh no, we have one over here, on the shoulder, let's go get it, buds. And then they go over to your shoulder, you're feeling shoulder pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, I know it's kind of humorous, but like, this is literally what Spirit is showing me. It kind of reminds me of that movie Osmosis Jones. Do you guys remember that movie from the 90s or the early 2000s? It was like a cartoon movie with was it Chris Rock and Brandy, I think? And it was about like the human body, and I don't know, they were in this man's body, and it was like, I don't know, it was I don't know, just made me reminded me of that. I feel like towards possibly the winter of 2023, I don't know, I'm seeing something dealing with like the throat. This could be like, God forbid, congestion, knock on wood, throat sores or things like that. Um, of course, one of my favorite things for anything dealing with the throat, especially congestion in particular, is a good tea, a good herbal tea, and then I'll throw some tea bags in it, like a black tea bag or two black tea bags. Not too many black tea bags, but or maybe two or three green tea bags or Thai tea bag. Is it Thai or chai? Chai tea bags, I think. Um, but there's something about like not doing it just because it makes you feel better when you're sick, doing it because it keeps you healthy and potentially prevents the sickness in the first place. Does that make sense? Because you could go in a restaurant today and come behind someone who, doesn't have the healthiest immune system or is sick, was touching the things, and you touch the things behind them. But the difference between someone with a healthy immune system in tip top shape and someone with a not so healthy immune system and not so in tip top shape and maybe just got sick 6 weeks ago or 6 months ago, you know, the person with the healthy immune system in tip top shape, yeah, maybe they come behind the person with the sickness, but because their immune system is healthy and in tip top shape, they may feel bad for a day or two, but then they recover quickly because they're already doing everything they need to do to keep their immune system in healthy tip top shape. So that recovery period time for them is also shorter, which is what I was saying earlier. Does that make sense? If the person here with a healthy immune system is already drinking the green tea, is already taking the supplements, is already, eating nutritious and things, is already staying hydrated on a daily or consistent basis already, and then they get sick, it's like, well, they're already doing those things already. So, yeah, it may take them out for a day or two or maybe a week, depending on what it is, but their recovery time will be, much quicker because they're doing all the things already that keep them healthy, but it will be much more lasting longing, right? So then not only do they have the benefit of their bodies already in a healthy immune system state, but also now they've gotten sick, so now next time that specific sickness, I feel like I was Spice from Drag Race in that moment. But that specific sickness, now the body knows how to react to that. Now the body has that wisdom of, oh, okay, now we know how to deal with that sickness next time. You took us out for a day or two or a week, but you won't do it again. All right. However, here we have this person over here who maybe doesn't have the healthiest immune system, doesn't eat the best, doesn't take the supplements. Maybe they got sick, recently or semi recently, a couple weeks or a couple months ago. They come behind the person with, all the sickness and all the things, touching all the things behind that person. They get sick, they get taken out for longer, their recovery time is a bit longer. They don't have as much endurance as they did, before, but they probably don't have as much endurance as they did 6 weeks or 6 months ago when they first got sick. So now they get the double whammy. Because they're not doing all the things like staying hydrated, eating nutritiously, taking the supplements, getting proper rest, because rest is important when it comes to sickness as well. So that's the gist of this. I think like And of course, we're going to look into the cards and see what comes up, but I think there's something about like preventing sickness in the first place and recovery time that's going to be a big theme this year in 2023. Like if you've gotten, COVID, if you've gotten, the pox virus or anything like that and overcome it and you've not been completely taken out, meaning from Earth or whatever it is, and rest in peace to those who were, it's like, okay, I recovered from that. I know I can recover from anything, but you also know there's no way your body's the same. All right? And you're gonna need to do the things to get it to the place of being the same, all right? But you can't keep doing the same things you were prior to you getting sick as a way of not getting sick again in the future. Does that make sense? So that's what I see. I definitely see something with like food, like something with the food you definitely want to be paying attention to in the stomach. And I'm seeing something with the throat too. Sinuses, I'm not seeing so much. Although I feel like there could be an influx of products coming in to help people with that, or an influx of information coming this year, or some people doing studies to help with that. I see more so issues with potentially like the stomach and the throat maybe. So you want to make sure you do things to build those areas up, the throat, and the stomach. But I would pay attention to the sinuses too, just in case. All right, let's get into these cards and see what the cards say. We're black. Let's go ahead and cleanse the cards. Make sure you guys like the video, and remember, if you want your own personal reading, I am available at LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Right now, my books are not too full, so I'm up to date on my books, so now would be a good time to get a reading. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck. Many past reading. Amen, amen, amen. Alright, Spirit, what messages can you tell us about the viruses in the year 2023, and what can we look forward to? What can we look forward to when it comes to certain viruses and sicknesses in the year 2023? What do you need to tell us to help ourselves stay healthy, God? What would you like to tell us about viruses in the year 2023? First, can I get is the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is social networking, social groups, people working within groups of people. So, of course, that's often how we get sick, being in large groups of people, or, being amongst people, sharing things with people, touching things that people touching people, that kind of things, coughing in people's direction. So there could be a need to be mindful of, like, where you're going and maybe taking precautions. If you're going to a party with a bunch of kids, it's like, there's a potential for there to be a lot of germs there. So, it's like, maybe, keep your hands in your pocket the whole time. I don't know what it is, but it's like, there's a need to be mindful of your environment socially, the people you're around, the potential germs and, that people come with, and, that comes with the environment itself and things of that nature. All right. There's only so much you can control. You can control to some degree all that within your home. But on the outside, when we inevitably got to go to the grocery store, go to the doctors, go to this and that place, that's where it's like, we're like, I hope I don't get sick. I get the Six of Cups connected to one-on-one relationship, or connected to money, finances, personal belongings, and things of that nature. Six of Cups is a card of an emotional bonding to some degree. I get the Ten of Cups, which shows up in the placement of home, family, and emotions. Once again, Ten of Cups shows up in the placement of children or the youth as well, young childhood to young adult years. So there's something also about starting teaching proper hygiene, teaching about germs. Like, it starts within the home with children when they're young. You know, like, there's something where teach children when they're young proper hygiene and about germs and how to prevent sickness, and you'll eventually have a society that could be free of germs or sickness and things of that nature. You know, but if there's such low priority when people are young, especially for generations and generations, you have things like pandemics. Allegedly, I'll say, right? So we learned with the pandemic, it starts in the home, but it also can be broken in the home, which we're starting to see now. All right, those bad habits. King of Cups shows up connected to family, home, and emotions. This would be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio male. Um, this could be Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a Scorpio, I believe. I get the Lovers card showing up connected to ego, confidence, self-expression, one's purpose in life, one's connection to their higher self. Two of Cups shows up connected to work, job, daily routine. Things actually could open up more in the year 2023. We could become more interactive in the year 2023. We could be more open. It's like maybe up until 2022, it's like, the normal things we would have done pre-pandemic, it's like we had not done since the pandemic, but now it might become more normal to, like, call a friend and say, "Hey, come over and bring so and so with you. Let's cook dinner together." That wouldn't have happened a year or 2 or 3 years ago. So we actually could see more of this open up. Whether or not it leads to an outbreak, God forbid, I'm not necessarily seeing that, to be honest. It's almost like Spirit is saying, live your life. Just live it healthily. Live it in a way where, like, incorporate the lessons the pandemic taught you. Right? Now, there could be certain things with laws, rules, or regulations, or I don't know why I keep hearing Fauci. So there could be something with that, we could be updated on, spikes in cases or decrease in cases, Um, but there's something, the Sun card shows up connected to travel, relocation, school, university. So I actually feel like this year things could relatively turn back to normal. And maybe that's why Spirit was kind of like, let's more so focus on, how we got here in the first place. Because that took up a large part of the energy channeling reading. So it's like almost like Spirit is saying, let's focus on how we got here and how we can prevent it moving forward. Like, this is the information we need right now. But I feel like things could actually open up and get better. We definitely could potentially see less deaths moving forward, less passings moving forward. All right. But to the same degree, it does, like, depend on us as a society to do our part to stay healthy, to keep a healthy environment, aka a clean environment, but also to keep a healthy immune system, the environments in our body. That's the key. I go back to, the person with maybe a not so healthy immune system. And we can kind of take this card as a good example. A not so healthy person with a not so healthy immune system, and maybe this person has a healthy immune system. Keeping in mind that the caduceus here represents medical health and things of that nature. All right, the symbol with the lion on the head, right? Which one do you think is going to recover quickly or get less sick, or potentially not get sick at all? The one with the healthy immune system. But even someone with a healthy immune system has their own germs, their own this, their own that. So when they're swapping, exchanging, touching, breathing the same air, potentially, even though this one has a healthy immune system and this person doesn't, this person with their exchange with this person could get sicker if their immune system can't handle whatever this person brings to the table. Does that make sense? So I feel like there's something about paying attention to that this year. Like, we're going to be interacting more with people this year, so, just make sure you have a healthy immune system. All right? For some reason, a man does show up here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio man could be connected to the month of June or maybe July as well, or the number 4. So it could be 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or the 4th. I don't know. Something like that. But I feel like the world is opening up more, actually. All right, that's what I see. Let's get a final card. That's actually a good message. I didn't know what to expect, from the channeling reading we did with I didn't know what the cards are going. But then again, I never know what the cards are going to say. I never know what Spirit's going to say. That's the beauty of my job, ciao. All right, let's see what final message does Spirit have for us about viruses in the year 2023, and we will end the reading here. Ooh, we got the Intuition and Insight card connected to the number 18. So this could be 18 days, weeks, months, or the 18th, something like that. It says your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now. Well, thank you, Spirit. Your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now, so you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. That's why I think things are going to open up this year. Follow your own insights over the advice of others, and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. See? It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself for now. Interesting. I think Spirit is saying live life. Take the lessons we've learned in terms of sicknesses, viruses, staying healthy. Keeping it at bay, keeping it away, and live life. Alright? Alright, you guys, this was a really good reading. This brought me a lot of peace and clarity. I hope it brought you the same. Remember, if you want your own personal reading, I am available on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Keep in touch. And I look forward to hearing you in your own personal reading, or I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Either way, I'll see you soon. God bless. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, Spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.